All right, man. So look, I just wanted to make this video about somebody named Sportcoat. All right, boom. So let's get to it. I know you're gonna be like, Sportcoat. Who is Sportcoat? Like, Who is that? All right. So that is a term. Uh, when you go to jail, that's my first time ever hearing the term Sportcoat. All right. I was up at DC jail. I'm from Washington DC. I was in DC jail, 1901. And I kept hearing it. Yeah, Sportcoat got your girl. Sportcoat got your girl. Sportcoat. And I kept hearing people say that to other people, right? And so one day I pulled up the older homie from, there's, I figured like he'd know. So I pulled him up. We in the TV room. I say, hey, OG, who is Sportcoat? And he laughed, like instantly laughed. And I was like, what's funny? He said, you serious? I was like, yeah. He said, man, it come from, if you ever caught your girl cheating, but when you come in the house, you see the Sportcoat hanging up or hanging on the back of a chair or on the couch or something like that. And he was like, that just turned into a term of, so another man having your woman. We just say Sportcoat. Now, I don't know if this is 100% true. I'm just telling you that this is what the older gentleman told me. So now there's the reason why I'm making this video. All right. So boom. Gentlemen, stay out of jail. All right. I don't care how people glorify it, make it sound like it's the place to be, or you earn some stripes by going to jail, this, that, and the third. Nah. That shit is for the birds, all right? You know what I'm saying? So basically, I'm gonna say gentleman A and gentleman B. All right. I'm in DC jail. I was on intake. Well, no, I just got off intake block and I just got to my actual unit, which was Southeast 3. I think I was in Southeast 3 at that time. Yeah, I think I was on Southeast 3. Now, every year over DC jail, these blocks change. And, at this time, this was like a higher level block. I don't know what it is over there right now at this time. This was years ago. So, gentleman A wanted to use the phone. Now, on the unit, it's maybe like, I think it's about 8 phones. I feel like it's 4 and 4. It used to be like this. Now, I think they got the video calls. I don't plan on going to jail. I don't know. But at this time, they had like the payphone joints on the unit. So it's 4. Just think of an old school payphone. They got 4 on this wall and 4 on that wall. I believe that's how many. It might have been 5. Pardon me. I can't really recall. I never, thought about counting the phones. I'm going to just say it was 4. Gentleman A wanted to use the phone. Gentleman B wanted to use the phone. Now they have something called count. This is mandatory throughout the whole Bureau of Prisons. You have to go in at before the 4 o'clock standing count. You got to go in. You got to be on your feet, and you can't come back out your cell until that count clear. All right. So boom. Gentleman A and gentleman B, everybody's in for the count. We all in for the count. All right. Gentleman A approaches gentleman B. They both like going to the same phone. Now, the reason why there's an issue over the phone is because everybody, not each individual person, but like say you from Southeast, this the Southeast DC phone. You from Northeast, this the Northeast phone. Or certain hoods might got a phone. They got a Muslim phone. Like I said, it's only 8, and there's probably like, I think it's 60 cells. So about 120, anywhere between 120 or less, but it's always close to 120 men on each unit. So these two are they're from the same area, so they are allowed to use this phone, but it's a discrepancy of who's going to use the phone first. So gentleman A and gentleman B get into an argument about said phone. They say meet in the cell. They could have fought right then and there. They did it like gentlemen because, like I said, they are from the same area. I don't even know if they knew each other or not. They go to the cell fight. Gentleman A makes it out. All right. Gentleman B ain't make it out. Gentleman A made it out. He go get on the phone. Now, I bet only reason I'm smiling, I'm sorry, I can't keep a straight face through this story because I know how it plays out. And I'm trying to be serious, but it's funny to me. So gentleman A won the fight, got the phone. Gentleman A goes to the phone, calls out there. Now this, I'm about to tie everything back in the sport coat. He calls, he want to hit, you were incarcerated, you run all men, you know what I'm saying, minus the female staff. You want to hear the voice of a woman, you want to hear that soft voice, them, the sweet. Sometimes you want to hear her play with that kitty cat. You just want to, feel like a man. You want to hear that, the feminine. So he calls his girl. I'm standing on the top tier looking down. I watched the whole scenario play out. I'm minding my business, but I'm not minding my business. I'm being nosy, but I'm not involved. I'm just, watching from a bird's eye view, literally. So I'm watching from the top tier. I watch his face go from this to tears running down, right? And at a point, the phone was just hanging. He wasn't even talking. The phone was just hanging. Like I said, it's a payphone, so it's a metal cord. So the cord is just hanging, and the phone just dangling. He just sitting there, just tears rolling down his eyes. All right. So, boom, somebody in they call right next to him and like check on him, like, bro, you good? And this, right now, he be like, you good, Mud? Like, so asking, bro, like, you good? And he just was stuck. So, come to find out, when he called his girl, Sportcoat not only was there, but was clapping. He was making macaroni sounds with his girl. I'm sorry, y'all. He was clapping that girl cheeks and made her answer the phone. Now, I'm sorry to tell you, some men are diabolical. You go to prison, it is no homes barred. Like, if a person had an issue with you on the street and they couldn't kill you, they'd send a man at your girl, at your baby mother, your wife, whatever. They will try to get you in any way they can. And in this case, I guess like this was personal. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this was just a random dude that wanted to, her to do that. I feel like that was a personal issue. Because he told her to answer the phone, accept the call. Because, on the jail call, the person on the other end can accept or reject. Told her to answer the call, accept it. And, yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good for bro. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, after that, man, they put bro on suicide watch. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he did nothing to himself. I didn't know him, like, personally. But I know they moved him off our block, put him on suicide watch. So, back to sport coat, man. Like, if you go to prison, man, you doing time, leave that woman alone, bruh. Let that woman be free. If that girl is in the free world and you are in prison, that is no longer your woman. She belongs to the free world and you belong to jail. All right. Now, if you do find a woman that just happens to stay loyal to you while you're incarcerated, marry that woman. You know what I'm saying? Marry that woman and do right by her. Don't play with that girl. But if you got 5 years plus and you're about to be sitting in jail, let that woman go. I feel like he did it to himself. But the worst thing about it to me, and the reason why I laughed and I couldn't really keep a straight face, is because the man fought another man over the phone to make this phone call. That's how much he wanted to talk to this woman, only to hear her getting clapped while he's in prison and not getting out anytime soon by either enemy, or it could have just been a random dude. But it was Sportcoat. All right, y'all, man. That's Sportcoat. I might tell more little, not even just necessarily jail stories, but just jail terminology. Let y'all inside the world of prison that niggas don't tell you, so that you understand. Like, if you ever out here, you thinking about going and you thinking about breaking the law, go punch that clock, bruh. All right, nah.